Welcome from the English Medium Instruction team at the University of Limerick. My name is Dr. Angela Farrell and I am the EMI Course Director. Welcome too from Dr. Catherine Martin. Catherine is an EMI lecturer at the University of Limerick and she's looking forward to working with you on English language pedagogy. Welcome too from Dr. Chris Fitzgerald and from Michelle Daly, who are English language specialists and IT experts at the University of Limerick. Here at UL, we are advancing EMI education. We are ranked in the top 150 universities in the world for English language teacher education. We have a 30-year track record. We are developing innovative approaches to EMI. We use cutting-edge resources. We are technology-driven. Our teaching and our teacher education is research-based. We have developed flexible and tailored programs to suit your professional challenges and needs. Here at UL, we are partners in several European Union educational projects. Here are some of the projects we are involved in. For example, majority and minority languages for schools. ESTA, educating science teachers for all. DigiLanguages, language learning in a digital world. And in Horizon Europe educational programs. We have developed a portfolio of flexible and tailored EMI programs. We have online and face-to-face programs. We have developed summer courses for 2 and 4 week duration. We have programs for pre-service teachers and for in-service teachers. We have developed EMI programs for secondary school teachers. EMI programs for lecturers at 3rd level. An MA-TESOL program with an EMI component. And this is accompanied by an internship. We also have developed an international structured PhD component which has EMI integrated into it. Here at UL, we are research-based so that we can respond to your needs and your challenges. Like teachers everywhere, you have had to transition to online teaching, and you are required to develop skill in new technologies and to integrate technology into the language learning classroom. You need motivating materials that can engage young learners. You are concerned with classroom communication, the quality of teacher talk. How can you support your learners? Teaching in mixed ability classrooms and tools that you can use for creative assessment. When you come to UL, you will learn how to integrate new technologies into your teaching, design language-sensitive and motivating lessons. You will learn how to communicate effectively through the medium of English, how to scaffold learners of different learning abilities, how to integrate culture into the language classroom, and how to use creative assessment. Here are some of the software platforms and apps that you will learn how to use to make your teaching more cutting edge.
At the University of Limerick, we are committed to promoting best practice in teaching and learning. As we can see with Michelle Daly here, this involves a high level of integration of technology in the classroom, and she'll speak a little bit more about that in a second. This also involves promoting a high level of peer interaction between our students, which promotes socialization as well as a high level of language acquisition through usage. We really like to integrate student-led teaching. This means students taking control of their own learning and of the language basis of the classroom as well. This also involves integrating good levels of target English usage, constantly using English in the classroom to promote output. We promote this as well through an effective level of teacher scaffolding. So this helps us to keep control of the classroom in a way that we can monitor what students are doing and promote high levels of not just fluent, but also accurate English usage. We like to promote a high level of excellent teacher-student rapport, and you can see that in Michelle's class here. And all of this leads to highly motivated learners, both in the classroom and beyond.
In addition to face-to-face methods of teaching that the previous speaker, Dr. Chris, was talking about, we really incorporate in online and blended forms of teaching. In this example, one of my colleagues, Dr. Chris Fitzgerald, explains how he uses vocabulary, in particular musical items, using the platforms of Kahoot and Babbel. Here we see a lot of integrative games being used, which is particularly useful for engaging young learners. As well as this, in addition to this, we see examples of grammar and pronunciation being incorporated into the lessons. All of these types of platforms you will learn on our programs at the University of Limerick. Now I want to show you another example of how we integrate culture using technology. In this example, our teacher, Dr. Chris Fitzgerald, uses visual landscapes of Ireland to incorporate culture and embed it into the lesson. He also uses Irish history podcasts, again to engage young learners and learn more about the Irish culture.
As busy teachers, you can avail of our online summer courses to help you upskill. We are offering 2 modules. One is focused on English language pedagogy and language-sensitive subject teaching. The other will help you work on your language development. For the pedagogy module, you will participate in online lectures and you will have opportunities to have a live chat with your lecturer. You will also participate in workshops to develop lesson designs, and you will have the chance to engage in classroom practice. In your language development module, you will participate in small group classes, but you will also have the opportunity to work on your individual language development plan. Our programs are bespoke in terms of the curriculum, and we also provide IT training. Using needs analysis, we have designed a program based on your needs. We are also undertaking English language testing so that you can be placed in classes based on your level. And we will also provide IT support throughout the program. Upon completion of the program, the University of Limerick will award you with a certificate and a digital badge in EMI. Now let's hear what our students have to say. You are going to hear testimonials from one of our current students, Ramon Suarez, an EMI teacher from Rio de Janeiro, and a former student, Andrea Latouche.
My name is Ramon Suarez. I'm originally from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. I'm an English teacher and I have been teaching English for about 90 years. So I started learning English in a language school in my city when I was 14 years old. And when I was about between 18 and 19 years old, I was invited to teach English there. And I simply fell in love with the experience of being a teacher, an EFL teacher. So after years, I decided that I had to acquire some upskill in my area. Then I decided to move to Ireland. And then I found out about the University of Limerick, and they were offering the TESOL Masters, which was something that I always wanted to do. So when arriving here and starting my studies, I had the chance to acquire new knowledge, new tools, and improve myself inside the classroom with the theories and so on. A good moment during the course was that I had the chance to meet people, other teachers from different parts of the globe. So I could exchange the experience. I could see how they worked in their context. And this for me was very, very was very productive for me. Like, was some sort of enriching in my career. So after I finish my master's, I intend to move to a different country, now more qualified definitely to teach in different countries around the world. So I'm moving from like a local teacher that I was in Brazil. Now I can actually have the opportunity to change in different parts of the world. At the moment, I'm doing my internship in a local school here in the city of Limerick. So I have the chance to teach English to different students. And for me, it has to be such an amazing experience.
As a native English speaker, I had a keen interest in learning about English language, and I did some research on courses, and UL seemed to fit exactly what I was looking for. I learned about grammar, I learned about language systems, I learned about phonetics, how to read phonetics and teach pronunciation properly, and I also learned about intercultural awareness within the classroom, which was a huge benefit for me, because there was so much more to the learning about English than I had anticipated, despite the fact that I was an English speaker. I learned a lot of practicalities about teaching English during my time in UL. I learned about classroom management, lesson planning, the best way to scaffold learners, which would be those that have more English knowledge than others, and pairing them together, teacher talk, and intercultural awareness within the classroom, which was hugely important to me, because I wanted to understand how best I could use my learning worldwide and globally, because I ended up with a lot of choices from this course. My teaching experience here in UL was very unique, because I got the opportunity through my course to actually do live teaching practice with other Erasmus students that were here in UL to learn English, and it gave me an opportunity to apply the knowledge that I had learned academically in my modules and see it come to life in a live experience of teaching. The absolute beauty of that experience was that I had supervisors observing me, which can be quite daunting, but also the value in it is that you receive feedback from your supervisors, and this is centred on the strengths that you demonstrated during your teaching, but also the areas that you need to work on, and that forms a professional development plan that I came out with at the end of my learning, and it was really centred around what I felt that I needed to know more about, so that was just incredible. I highly recommend learning English in UL for the simple reason being you have experts teaching you that have years of knowledge. They're on the cutting edge of research. There are many professors from different areas globally that come in to give lectures also, and you're kept up to date with current technology and current research, so you're always informed, and you leave UL with a toolbox that you can use for the remainder of your career. And I suppose for me it was a pathway in terms of my professional development, because I was exposed to many different aspects of English teaching in terms of the community, the classroom, the pedagogical approach that we can use, whether it's communicative language, whether it's traditional teaching. And that's a very important point, because throughout the different cultures that exist globally, there are different styles of teaching, and that's where the intercultural awareness for me leaves me in a position that I can go anywhere in the world and bring the knowledge and skills that I gained in UL with me.
The University of Limerick for expert and confident EMI teachers.
Choose UL for EMI.